Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of 90 Day Fiance Season 7, Episode 14, A Separate Piece. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. To all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of 90 Day Fiance Season 7, Episode 14, I would rate this episode a 2. Let me know downtown in the comments section where you would rate this episode of 90 Day Fiance. So we're going to go ahead on and get into it, okay? I'm hoping that you all can hear me. I never check. You bring these people up so we can talk about them. There is a couple. Thank you, D. McFarland. Thank you so much, D. Thank you, Doc. It wasn't a lot of couples, but now, as you all know, the other couple, I'm not covering them. This couple right here, not covering. Okay. I think that the reason why they brought this couple on last minute the way that they did is because Chitty and Rain were gone. And so, with them coming in so late in the season, I absolutely was not interested in their story at all. It seems a bit contrived and phony as hell. And so, I have decided not to do that. I apologize in advance to all of you all who do want me to cover that couple, but I ain't got it to do. But I hope you still love me anyway. So we, like I said, we did not have a lot of the couples this week, so we just gonna cover the ones that we did. So this particular couple is boring. They have no storyline. So from what I understand, Tiger, Lily, and Adnan did recently have a baby, y'all. Remember, she was in the episode and she said maybe we got pregnant on this. Uh, she did. Allegedly, it appears that they have a little boy. If I find out anything more about it, I will let y'all know. But word downtown on the curb is that they do have a baby. But anyway, in this episode, I see y'all are shocked, okay? In this particular episode, we, had her fussing again about clothing, about, this way of life and all of that kind of stuff, right? And it just was really just redundant, the same thing over and over and over again. And she had this bathing suit on that was almost like a scuba suit. And then she put on a dress and she was wondering why she was uncomfortable in it. It's so much stuff that's coming out on her. If y'all want me to, I will cover it. I will go to Screen Rant and Starcasm and all of that, and I will cover all of the bullshit, okay, that's going on with this particular couple. So that's why I just ain't got it to do, y'all. I apologize, God dang it. I really, truly do apologize. So the next couple that I want to talk about is Vanja. And of course, she has figured out that she, you know, traveled for nothing. That the man that she thought was going to love her forever and ever, amen, and change her whole entire life, damn near did change her whole entire vacation. And so, we see her, saying, I'm out here and I need to just, make the best of it. There was a part of me that wanted to leave. and pack my bags up. But I decided, you know what, the hell with it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna make the best of it. So she, she talks to one of her girlfriends, and her girlfriend tells her, "Hey, girl, look, get your ass back on that dating app and find you somebody else, right? Make the best of the damn vacation." Now, according to the previews, it looked like she did make the best and at least did meet somebody, bitch. She bolder than I am because I'm gonna tell you right now, honey, I'm gonna come back the same way I left that month. Okay, I ain't oh hell no, I ain't gonna be walking around picking no vagabond up off no damn street or nothing like that. You got the game all twisted. But anyway, so she is, out there in the street. Like I said, her girlfriend told her, keep your ass on out there. So, she's doing what her girlfriend told her to do. We see her downtown to a cafe, and, she's having, a nice little beverage and everything and just kind of chilling. And this guy walks up on her. And so, she has this conversation with the dude and everything, and they get to talking, and he asks her, why she's there, and she tells him, she had came out there for love and it didn't work out. And I was like, that's just a TMI. Damn if I tell him anything. So anyway, she goes on and she tells this guy about, why she's there and everything. And so he's like, we're on a date, bitch. You need to be out here dating. And so, she's thinking, okay, well, maybe he's a potential, suitor or whatever. He's pursuing me, and he was pursuing her. However, in his pursuit, he let her know I'm in a whole relationship and we're taking in partners, bitch. Would you like to be a partner? She was like, oh, no, I ain't got that to do. I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate. And I just was thinking to myself, usually when I'm out somewhere, I'm very guarded and stuff like that. It just depends on the circumstances. But I would not have wanted him to even sit down at my table and have a conversation. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat if y'all would have did it. Because I just ain't that type of person, right? I just don't want to have a random conversation with a random stranger who's asking me things. I don't know him. He don't know me. So I'm just like, whatever. I just I'm just too cautious. You just never know who people are. You okay? And I don't want to be one of those type of people that's gonna fuck around and find out who a person is. Like I just ain't got it to do, bitch. I just ain't got it to do. The next couple that I want to talk about is Matilda and Niles. I have been extremely disappointed in Niles. I saw a interview that he did with E News, and I've just been very disappointed with Niles. I think that Niles is a liar. No, Niles is a liar. He's a manipulator. He stirs the motherfucking pot. And then he backs up and hides his hand. He throw the rock and hide his hand, bitch. And then he uses his autism for stuff. And he sat there, with Dr. Ark and everything, or Mr. Ark, and made all of these accusations against Matilda, came back, and was telling us about, his fucking father or his parents telling him, that they think that Matilda is trying to use him, for a green card or whatever. This lying motherfucker. Okay. Okay, let me get calm. I gotta calm down. Gotta calm down. This is one line dude. He ain't got a pot to piss in, a window to throw it out of. This bitch is still living with his parents. He went down there. Okay. Okay. Only gather your thoughts, bitch. Just calm down. He about to have me on here masking, bitch. I'm about to be up in my damn. Bitch, I'm about to be up in my cheekbones. Y'all hear me? So Niles has left Dr. Ark. They in the car. Matilda told him that, you didn't embarrass me. I'm telling you, she got the patience of a god. Because ain't no god daggone way I would deal with this motherfucker that's sitting in here embarrassing me in front of these people that I got to continue to live with while this bitch skedaddles his ass back to America. First of all, your headline is very challenged, bitch. And so I got a problem with people that got headlines. So every time I would be mad with him, I'd be staring at them and want to take a razor to that bitch or some or some extensions and do something different with his ass. So he's in the car with her. They get to the hotel. She's like, go ahead, go, just go ahead, go the fuck on. So he comes into the room. The cameraman is there. Matilda goes to sit on the bed. There's two beds in the room, and he comes and sit beside her. He'd have found his ass so slid down and pushed down on that floor, bitch, it wouldn't have been funny. Hold on, y'all. I need to hit my heater because it's hot up here. I gotta turn this heat down. Hold on for a second, y'all. God damn, it's hot. Turn this heat down. I'm ready to turn on the goddamn fan. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Turn this bitch down. I haven't been in my office in so long, I forget how hot my office get. So he goes on, she gets on the bed and everything. She's thinking he's going to sit on the other one. He comes, he sits directly beside her. And then, after he does that, she scooches over and he scooches over with her. And I am so fucking mad. And then he sits there now that he has time to be with Matilda because he gonna switch up and he gonna go with whatever's popular. Whatever's popular, whoever he think this motherfucker. So he sits there and says that Dr. Ark intimidated him, pissed him off, cussed him out, treated him like and he was scared and he felt disrespected. So in kind and in return, he throws this on to Matilda because he didn't do his homework. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. And when he told him and chastised him about all of the stuff that he did not do right, instead of him taking ownership and responsibility, now's thing is he gonna put this on somebody else. He's not going to take responsibility for it unless he backed up against the wall. So now he done intimidated him and made him act this way. You mother, ain't nobody make you act no way. He would not even look Matilda in the face, which was to me, just the gutter. Because if you're going to sit up there and throw me under a bus and you're going to say all of that stuff, right, and you're going to try to make it, basically tell him, about the money and all of that kind of stuff when your bitch ass ain't got none. You go to him, he's somebody she hooked you up with. And when your ass get called to the carpet, you throw Matilda under the bus. Matilda must really, 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 really want to come to America to deal with this. This is ridiculous. That this man has the audacity to treat her like that and then apologize and talk about, now that I got the information. Matilda was like, you act like I didn't tell you anything. I kept you abreast of everything. Yes, I took you over to my family house, but for the most part, I've been telling you the truth. She told him downtown in the car, have I ever asked your bitch ass for anything? Now all of a sudden he's armed with the information so he can make a educated decision. You mother, you had already told us. He had already told us that he had no intention of marrying Matilda. You got pushed, bamboozled, hoodwinking it because Mr. Ogg said you're not going to come down here to any of our African women and bamboozle them, hoodwink them. We're going to get your ass before you get us. We one of a kind, we people down here. Now I'm going to be your fake ass father and I'm going to allow my wife to be your fake ass mother. But you come down here and you knock, you going through the door. He allowed this man to push him, highly suggest to him, give him no other option. Either you're going to knock and go in or you're not knocking at all. But I'm your father, so I'm going to work this out. And you're not going to convince me that he did not do what was in the best interest of Matilda. Because at the end of the day, he know Matilda and her family, bitch. So you're not going to come down there and do whatever you think it is that you want to do. So this man told you, you're going to knock and you're going to go in. And now he's telling Matilda, now that I got all of that information, now I'm gonna go ahead and knock because your family, despite their religions and their tradition, gave me an opportunity, bent the rules for my ass. When Matilda sat there and told you that her family was bending the rules for you, she walked you through everything. But it's easy for you as an American to think that the green card is the gold card for everybody. Everybody don't want to come to America. Now, do I think Matilda wants to? Yeah, because Matilda already said she wanted to. She's been very upfront about marrying him and moving to America and living with him. But where the fuck she gonna live? So anyway, they go down to the family to the knocking ceremony. He goes and sits down and he tells him, no, don't you sit your ass down. You walk through and everything. And so, Mr. Ark and his wife come and they sit down and everything. And, they start trying to negotiate. The mother was like, what the fuck y'all doing here? And so, Mr. Ark was like, I'm standing in as his father and my wife standing in as the mother and everything. And so, Matilda mother was like, so is this about the knocking ceremony? Like, what are you doing here? And he was like, yeah, I'm coming here and I'm representing Miles. Miles had a change of heart. And, he's decided now that he's going to go ahead on and marry Matilda. So, the mother was like, oh, okay, well, ain't no men here. So let me go ahead and call my brother and see what my brother going to do. So, she calls the brother and everything. And the brother's like, oh, okay, the brother was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead on with it. So, Niles is happy. And so the wife, knowing he a lying motherfucker, said, are you happy about this? She wanted him to say something out his own mouth. So, because daggone well, he going to come back, bitch, and blame everybody else if something go wrong. So the wife was like, are you happy about this? And he was like, yeah. She said, all right, then, let's go ahead on and proceed. So, they start going through, the bride's price. And so instead of Niles telling them, I don't have no job, I'm broker than a joker, I'm out here perpetrating a motherfucking fraud. All of this stuff was paid on my prepaid Visa, bitch. But when it's time for me to go down to the ATM machine, I ain't got, bitch. So he goes, Mr. Ark settles everything. The wife was like, Matilda's mother was like, so how much did we pay for baby's wedding? And it was like, some schnapps and stuff. We did some schnapps. And so she was like, oh, okay, we did some schnapps and what else? Honey, let me tell you something. When he sat downtown to the hotel, he asked Matilda, do I still have to pay for the party? Matilda had asked him for $300 to pay for the party and everything. She had told him, no, you don't have to pay for it. She was very happy. He was squeezing her cheeks and all of that. Honey, he got down there to the damn a dowry portion of it or whatever you call it. And bitch, they robbed him. They sat right there and said, yeah, you're going to have to buy a bag. You got to buy some clothes. You got to, put stuff in the bag. And then you got to buy some schnapps and stuff like that. You got to do all of that stuff. And so, you know, he's sitting up there now, sitting up there saying, well, how much is it? So that was like $400, 400 American dollars. He gonna sit there and say that I'm hoping that he don't think I'm a rich man. You down here acting like you rich. You criticizing people's houses and saying that it look like a jail. And yes, about all about what we saw, you do live better than her. Cause at least you live with your mama now. By anybody else's standard, you's a poor, broke mother. So he's saying there's gonna be some difficulties. So come to find out, y'all, Niles lost his job. Remember, he was in the kitchen talking to his coworkers? Well, right after that, bitch, with him preparing to go on 90-day fiance to fly to Africa, he probably was downtown to the job fucking up. He probably wasn't seeing clients, probably was ass backwards when he was in the office. All damn day he probably was talking about that trip. They called his ass in right before he went to Africa and said, bitch, we ain't got it to do. You don't fit in. You're not working out, bitch. Pack your stuff, your hat, your belongings. Put that in a box and get the out of here. Niles probably was fucking up and lying downtown to the job. He probably wasn't reliable on some more stuff. Y'all know goddamn well he was down on that job lying, and then here they are dealing with clients, right, that need some confidentiality, and he got these goddamn cameras up in the damn lunchroom, bitch. That's why they had his ass in the daggone kitchen, in the pantry, what we would used to call a pantry. They had him in the pantry. He probably thought that he was a superstar in some old stuff. He said that him and Matilda had already been thinking about being on TV and was like, do you think somebody would watch us? And now here he got people watching him, but he's sitting up in there backpedaling and pussy popping because, you know, the producer them called him out and everything. And he gonna sit up there and tell me some why they ain't call out Loren, why they ain't call out this person, why they ain't call out that person. You know, some in some kind of ways insinuating that it was, you know, a little bit racial or whatever. No, you got a different producer down there in Africa, and they don't appreciate the bullshit you doing. And so that's why they done broke the third and the fourth wall, bitch, because they calling you out on your. That's why your producer is sitting in the chair, because you got a different producer. He said, well, I've never heard them call Ed out. I've never heard them call this people out, because they ain't never seen a motherfucker that came on here and doing the kind of stuff that you doing with this daggone girl. And even though they have seen it with these people, right? You got a different producer. You got a producer downtown to Africa, and she's saying, the producer downtown in Ghana probably saying, what you not going to do is fuck around and act like you ain't say something that you said. She asked him, did Mr. Ark push you into getting married? He said no. Because if he had pushed me, I would have said no. You lying motherfucker, because you already said you was scared, you was intimidated, you felt beat up by Mr. Ark. Mr. Ark sure did put you in there, because he said, bitch, you not gonna knock and not go in. You're not knocking and going in. But he gonna talk about how they treated him differently. Each producer is probably different. If they had a producer from Ghana, then she probably was looking out for this Ghanaian, and did I say that right? Woman. Because now you've been lying the whole time. You're lying, you're deceitful, you're manipulative, you're broke and some motion. and you want to be pleasing by your parents, it's evident that you don't have a good relationship with your parents, because they said that they're not fucking with you in this relationship with Matilda. So when you got down there with Dr. Ock and Dr. Ock started talking about his father, you wanted his acceptance. You wanted him to accept you as a son, because you probably fucked up your relationship. I don't know, but it seems like you have fucked up your relationships with your parents by going down there anyway. Absolutely, Shawnetta B. He's too messy. And he got a whole lot of with him, but he put it on Matilda and have us out here cussing Matilda out. But we've been able to see the forest from the trees, so we know it ain't on Matilda. We know it been his lying ass. And he goes down there. He doesn't even tell the family. Neither does he tell Matilda. And he don't tell Dr. Ock that he ain't got a job until his ass is put up against a wall. And he goes to the daggone machine and he ain't got but a little over $100, bitch. How in the hell? Now he gonna go to Dr. Ock, who is not really his father and don't look like him and his wife got. Okay, but that building and some clothes on their back, bitch, and a whole bunch of kids. And now you're going to sit up there and have Dr. Ock pay the rest of that 300 US American dollars, bitch. That's a whole big ass assumption. You should have been up front. And Matilda was like, wait a minute, hold on. What you mean you ain't got no job? You don't have no more money. She said, the money that you pulled out, bitch, that ain't enough for me to get my clothes and everything. And he was like, yeah, what I didn't tell you, what I failed to tell you. You put your hands down out your face. Stand up straight and talk to me. Don't you get to pressing or nothing, because I'm a press too. Matilda was pressing and rubbing too. That stuff done rubbed off on Matilda. Matilda is pressing and rubbing, and she don't know what the. After a while, Matilda gonna be walking around doing that. And you can always tell when he lying, because that's when he do it. You need to calm your ass down. Bitch, he got Matilda masking out that month. They looking like they going to a masquerade party. Matilda was like, why in the fuck wouldn't you tell me that you didn't have any money? I could have negotiated that with my family. If they had known the truth, if I had known the truth, I would have said he broke, busted, and disgusted. And the only thing that he can afford is what he paid out here, and he prepaid that. He paid for that on the prepaid credit card. And he been out there doing all of this fake stuff, like the ring that he brought Matilda. Matilda wasn't expecting no ring. He didn't even have to buy the ring, but because he was fucking lying, because he was unemployed, he brought the daggone outfit. Remember, he brought her the outfit because he wanted her to be happy about the outfit, because he knew he was fucking lying. He wanted her to be happy, and so he went and got the ring. He did a lot of that he did not have to do, because he lied. Instead of him just being straight up and saying, Matilda, I'm broke. I lost my job before I came over here because I was downtown to the job acting an ass, and they was like, you ain't working out. So now here's another embarrassment that Matilda got to go through, because now he got to break protocol and go and ask Dr. Ock and his wife for money. But you can't make this up. He's a liar. And he's been one from day one. Everything in his life is made up and make believe, bitch. And he sits on this interview, and he basically said in the interview that he had married Matilda. He had already given up the ghost, because he told people, don't get married the way that we did. Don't do it the way that we did. So I already knew he had married her. Matilda put that thing on him. She put that garner on him. He got that garner all up on her, all up in him. He can't get enough of that garner. When they was going down to the family house, she was like, no, we ain't no squishy, squishy, squishy. She said, I ain't got time for the squishy squishy. Don't fuck around, keep playing with me. I ain't squishy squishying. Last but not least, y'all, Loren and Faith. I'm so disappointed in Faith weak ass. Faith is not a damsel in distress. I'm sure I've said it before, and I can say it again. She's not a damsel in distress at all. She getting around her friends and she perpetrating a motherfucking fraud. She know that Loren ain't shit. She regrets the fact that she told them that he even had gonorrhea. Faith is as fake as Loren, in my opinion. Loren's goofy as fuck. He's a liar. He's a manipulator, but he right up in her face. Yes, does he try to project his onto her? Absolutely, he tries to project his onto her. But let me tell you something. So does Faith. Faith will walk this motherfucker in her house knowing that he's a disappointment, that he been cheating on her, that he got gonorrhea and some more, and let him convince her to tell her mother he wants to marry her. She brings him around her family and friends because she wants everybody to know she's got a white American man. And so that makes her better than everybody else. Since Faith is the one who has been loveless and ain't had no boyfriend, this her first time at the rodeo. So she want to be on the same level as her friends or above her friends. So she bringing this white American man around to make it seem like she got something. When Faith know that he busted, disgusted, can't be trusted. He ain't. Thank you so much, Ben Mid. Ben Mid said, tell her like it is, Auntie. Thank you, boo. I needed that. Okay, thank you. She want to be above her friends. She want to be looked at as the girl that is going to probably go to America. I guarantee you, she probably telling her friends that she ain't telling her friends that he really want to be in the Philippines with her. Cause she want them to think that she getting ready to get the American dream, bitch. Which makes her just as dirty, in my opinion, as he is. So anyway, she comes on downtown to the, hotel room and everything, and he pulls out his, test results and the aftermath of it, and he's clean. So what? And you know what Faith said? While we sitting over here rah 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 and think that Faith is, but I have been told y'all I stopped being rah 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 for her ass. And when she's sitting over here, wanting everybody to feel sorry for her, she told me, "Some honey, come on, let's go. Let's just do what we got to do now." So she done forgot all about all the daggone sexting, the texting, the cheating and all of that. She don't care nothing about that. He got clean, you know what? So she wants to ride that pony. The fuck? She wants to ride the pony. She ready to get it on. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've noticed it quite a few times. Go back and look. There's quite a few times when she starts talking like this. When she was in that daggone restaurant and he called her girl, she said, he called me girl. I said, ooh, your voice slipping. Keep it together, Faye. This not the first time that she's gone into that deep rustic voice. Faith came out here to make us see or try to see the two evils, right? The greater of the two evils. But she ain't getting over on me because I see her. I see her for her. And guess what? I know it's unpopular. I know it's unpopular. This is the unpopular opinion. Because for many people, they see Faith as the underdog. But I don't. I don't. Faith is using him and marching him around. The only thing that Faith has talked to her friends and family about is the gonorrhea and the cheating. But she ain't say nothing really about him really wanting to be in the Philippines. She said it one time to her little friends. And you know, the guy that's with them, he is rooting for her ass. But even he was like, ain't got it to do. So she asked him, after he gets, his negative test results back, right? He's clean. So she said, well, can we go and drink? And so he was like, yeah, let's go and drink. So she was like, okay, well, I want to go out and drink and, have a good time tonight with my friends. Because now it's time for her to show her American man to her friends. So, they get downtown to the club. They go to, a drag party and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so they're in the drag party and all of that. And, the friends are, they meeting this guy and he comes in and, she introduces him and everything. And they not impressed because they was like, the bitch got gonorrhea. And then come to find out that she used to be a dancer. So they looking at the drag show and all of that kind of stuff, right? And then after the drag show is over, everybody up in there talking about Faith, 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 Faith. So Faith goes on, up on the pole and everything, working the out of it. And he found that attractive to her, and that thing did something to Faith, because when Faith came over, she leaned over and gave Loren a kiss and said that, he said he wished that it was more intimate. You know what I'm saying? It was, somewhere one on one, so he could really work that pole. And so, she so her friends get to asking him questions about him cheating and everything on Faith. And the girlfriend asks him, how many people had he been cheating with Faith on? Because she was like, I still see him as a cheater. And the other guy was like, see him as a cheater too. They all see him as a cheater. But he was like, it's her fault that I cheated, because I'd already told her that I was cheating when I was going out hanging out with my friends. She should have assumed that I was hanging out in a whole different way. So the friends know who Faith is. So, they asked him here. First, he said he was like 4 to 5. Then, honey, next thing you know, he was doing multiplication, honey. By the time he finished, he had said that he was like with 90 different people. No, I'm exaggerating. But he said he was like, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, the girlfriend was like, I mean, do you know that we know that you had gonorrhea? But I'm going to tell you right now, the little girlfriend a hater. Because all of this stuff that Faith is trying to project, the girlfriend is hating on it. Because, honey, when she said, did you know that we knew that you had gonorrhea? And they flashed that screen back to her and she had all them bumps on her face. I said, bitch, I know you lying. I said, TLC, I see the shade that y'all tried to throw. Because, honey, did they not zoom in on all of those pimples and stuff like that she had all up on her head? All up and down her face, all up on her forehead and everything. They zoomed in when she said that. As if to say, y'all know they be throwing shade. But the little girlfriend is too interested in what's going on. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when the girlfriend went outside and the little boyfriend, because her little friend, he was basically, they all was kind of on the same page, right? He ain't nothing, he's not good enough for Faith and all of that kind of stuff, right? But you can't want more for Faith than what Faith wanted for herself. Faith is looking at him, giving him the googly eyes. Faith is ready to get down with the get down. And then the girlfriend gonna come and tell Faith that, she saw him flirting with somebody. And he said, well, that's what you do with drag queens, right? You pump them up. And you know what? I'm going to tell y'all right now, I just was like, he's so right. That's what you do. You pump them up. I remember I used to go to the dirty ass Ibex Club. If you in DC, holler at me. Y'all know where the Ibex Club was. And that's where they used to have the strippers. And I used to go with my sisters and my girlfriends. There used to be a whole bunch of us thugging out they used to have the little exotic dancers, right? Like, the black Chippendales. And we used to go like once a week or once a week up that right up the downtown to the Ibex. And when those male strippers and stuff like that used to come to the table and all of that kind of stuff, that's what you did. You flirted with them, you gave them the dollars and all of that kind of stuff. If you're going to put them in that kind of fucking environment, right, then what do you think? You're supposed to be pumping these people up. When they walk by, you smack them on their ass and all of that kind of stuff. They pick you up, throw you up in the air, have you in the back of a chair and all of that kind of stuff. So in my opinion, and okay, and I know it's unpopular, Loren didn't do nothing but what you do at these damn clubs. Hell, she up there on the fucking pole. He could have got offended that she was on the pole. Did she ask his permission to go up? Let me walk away for a minute. Hold on. Did she ask them his permission to go on the pole? Or did she just go up on the pole and swing all up on it and doing what she do? Now suppose he had been jealous and got mad about that. But he said, this is what he do. He work with, he works the drag queen shows and stuff like that. He helps them get their costume, make sure they come out on the stage and everything. This what the man do. Now I don't like him. I think he a creep. I think he's a creepy motherfucker, and I'm not making no excuse for him. But I'm just sitting out here and I'm just telling y'all what it is. This is what you do when you go to those clubs. You do flirt. You do smack them on the, like that's what you do. Except for me, I just didn't want them all up on me. I hated them. Oh, God, I hated male strippers. But I was hanging out with the girls. I was young. I was doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Probably wasn't even supposed to be in there. It was age restricted. But, I had my way of getting in. All of us did, bitch. We did what we did. But I didn't see Faith ask him for permission. And suppose he had said something to Faith later on instead of rah-rah and cheering her on and said, how dare you embarrass me like that and run up on that stage and swirl around on that pole like that and drop it like it's hot. But the girlfriend, the jealous-hearted ass girlfriend, who think Faith got it on but don't realize the bullshit that Faith is going through to be with the man. She goes and tell her, I'm sorry, but I saw him go like that to somebody. You had a I'm sorry, what did he do wrong? What did he do wrong? So Faith, being weak, approaches him about it. Faith, you was just on a pole. You was on the pole. I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Y'all may be throwing sticks at me and cussing me out. But if the girlfriend gonna say that he was cheating, you're gonna have to bring more to the table than that. He told Faith point blank and simple, this is what you do, and it is. You can't bring the man in that kind of environment. They had every opportunity to go to somewhere different, but they want to take this man to what he is familiar with and possibly what he is weak. The girlfriend got a vendetta. The girlfriend is jealous. I don't care. Y'all could be mad with me. Come back and still see me though. But I'm gonna tell you until it's get proven. I wouldn't approach him with that. I wouldn't have got mad about that. Not when I'm on the pole swinging my ass. Now I can see if I was sitting there and I had my little rosary beads and I was praying, and I was all holier than thou, and my halo was over my head, and I had my Bible in my hand and everything, and I was singing old time religion and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And they just forced me and pushed me in there. But now when I'm an active participant, nah, fuck that. The daggone girlfriend is jealous. Because the little guy, even though the guy did not like him because the other guy and the other girl, because they did not like him because he was a cheater, he did not co-sign. If y'all notice, if you go back and look at it, he did not co-sign the bullshit. He said he didn't have it to do, he ain't got it to do, and he ain't doing it. He went around with everything. He said, I could see the happiness on Faith. Faith want this man. He ain't burning anymore. Okay, he done got a clear bill of health, and Faith want to get it in. This is Faith's first boyfriend, and he finally got cleared up. And Faith want to be able to explore and all that kind of stuff. My problem with Faith is that she's acting innocent and as if she don't have no stuff, and then come to find out Faith used to be a dancer. I said, bitch, I know you lying. I know you lying. And they're gonna sit up there and talk about sorry, 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 sorry. Have I ever told you a lie before? Evidently, because this right here may not have been a lie, but it's been an over exaggeration. It was you over exaggerated. But Faith wanted to find something. She said she was giving herself to him. Give yourself to him. You know how many women, Faith, stay in relationships with men and they know they cheating. They know that they know that they know that they know. You ain't gonna be no different than anybody else. What may not be good for Auntie may be good for you, Faith. If you want to be with him, and go ahead. It's your life. You only YOLO. Ain't that what they say? YOLO. You only live once. But don't sit there and play the innocent. I ain't never did nothing because they done already put your ass on blast. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all 800 people who are in the room. I really do appreciate it. Well, tonight is Love After Lockup. I've already missed that. But honey, y'all know I'm gonna be out here tomorrow and be looking at it. And I had told you all that it would be something that we would live watch together. No, Love After, it's not Love After Lockup. It's the new 90-Day Fiance. Um, can't remember what it is. That's what's on. So anyway, I done got all confused. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here. Until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in those streets. And y'all let me know downtown in the comments section what y'all thought about this episode. Bye, y'all.